What is actually good? Today I'm talking about another fight that is upcoming that I think is kind of like a dark horse, though people are beginning to talk about it a little bit more. But as soon as I heard it, I freaked out. It was Israel Adesanya versus Anderson Silva. Let me tell you why I am super excited about this fight. I think that the timing is perfect. The timing is perfect for both athletes. Now, Israel Adesanya, he participated, or he competed in MMA 4 times within this past year, 2018, and he was victorious all 4 times. So of course he's having, a lot of self-esteem, positive self-esteem for being so victorious. He's actually undefeated, so he's like an up-and-coming fighter, newcomer that is really trying to prove himself. And then Anderson Silva is a legend that we have yet to see fade or get put away. Of course, he's not as agile and quick as he once was, but in no way do I think that it'll be a walk in the park for Israel. The most notable name that Israel defeated, I think, is Derek Brunson, which was his most recent opponent. And as far as levels are concerned, no disrespect to Derek Brunson at all. He's one of the best in the world. But just Anderson Silva, even at 42, 43, however old he is, even at that age, Anderson Silva has the potential to knock you out. And the thing that's super exciting is that, I was talking about the value of wrestling in MMA and people taking each other down and ground and pound having the biggest advantage. Both Israel Adesanya and Anderson Silva do not really have proactive wrestling, or like they don't necessarily go for takedowns. They are strikers. And Israel Adesanya actually models himself after Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva was one of his heroes. And his philosophy was like, keep on grinding, keep on working until your heroes become your rivals, So he's done exactly that. And it's just going to be so fun to watch. Like, I cannot wait for this fight. It's going to be on the same card as Robert Whittaker versus Kelvin Gastelum. That's the main event. And then the co-main event is Anderson Silva versus Israel Adesanya. So it's going to be really, really exciting. If you haven't heard of this fight yet, definitely watch it. It's going to be amazing because, the fact that there is wrestling inside the game, usually people pick up on those different things. The thing with these two athletes is that they are pretty good at wrestling defense, but as far as the offense is concerned, they don't necessarily go for it. They go more for the striking. And so if you want to see a really high level, skilled, tactical striking match, it's going to be this fight. It's going to be Israel Adesanya versus Anderson Silva. And as far as the philosophies are concerned between both fighters, you can't really get more mentally tough than Anderson Silva. He is a legend in the sport. He was middleweight champion for such a long time, so many title defenses, and that's exactly what Israel Adesanya wants. My concern with Israel is that because he's never tasted defeat, I'm wondering if he's setting himself up for the same negative repercussions that happened to Ronda Rousey. She came in guns blazing saying that she's going to retire undefeated and all that. And I'm beginning to sense a little bit of the ego. It's well deserved from Israel to have that ego because he is undefeated and, defeats his opponents in devastating ways. However, now that the level of competition is getting more and more intense for Israel, we're going to see if he can really come through for it. So it's going to be super exciting. If I had to pick right now who my money would be on, I think I might actually say Anderson Silva. And here's why. I think that, when it comes to undefeated fighters, there's just going to be a weight of pressure on them to remain undefeated and to be perfect. And Anderson Silva, he's been in this fight game for so long. He came in on 3 days' notice against Daniel Cormier. And Daniel Cormier had to wrestle him to the ground. And Daniel Cormier is one of the best fighters we've ever seen. He's actually named ESPN's MMA Fighter of the Year for 2018 because he's a double champ. He was heavyweight champion and light heavyweight champion at the same time. Awesome. Kudos to Daniel Cormier. But even against a legend that's somewhat a little bit past his prime, just with the age, MMA is a sport where age does work against you. You have to work when you're young. And so the fact that age is catching up with Anderson Silva and Daniel Cormier still had to take him down just proves how deadly Anderson Silva is still. So I think I might pick Anderson Silva for now. Doesn't take anything away from Israel Adesanya. Anything can happen. Let me know what you think about this fight. I'm super hyped for it. Can't wait.